Instant Pot recipe number 1. Pork baby back ribs. Welcome to Help at Home, your resource for great recipes and easy learning. I'm Jim Hightower. We're starting our first Instant Pot recipe today. Super easy, fairly quick, and it's pork baby back ribs. The first thing that you need to always do to get a good flavor is put your dry rub on. I have this Kuby's meat rub seasoning, and it's a pretty good one. You do the front and the reverse side, and don't forget to pull that membrane off. I'll try to remember to put a shot of that from when we did them in the oven. It's almost like a little rubberized covering, but it's just that membrane. And if you reach in the middle sometimes, you can find a loose piece. You won't get every little bit of the membrane off, but the more you can, the better. Look at that. And that's about 98%. And I'm going to call it done. I'm going to quickly wash my hands. So, you can let these dry brine like this for 30 minutes to a couple of hours. You can put them in the refrigerator or put them in a turned off oven. So that's your grunt work. So grab your pen and paper. Here come the ingredients. You will need some liquid smoke, apple cider vinegar, yes, apple cider vinegar, and 1 cup of chicken broth or vegetable broth or bouillon. You get the little cubes, put a cup of water in, heat it in your microwave till it dissolves. Very simple. Of course, you'll need an Instant Pot or other pressure cooker. And this time we're using our little trivet to keep the meat off of the bottom of the pot so it won't burn. Here's our cup of chicken broth. We'll need about 1/4 of a teaspoon, or you could put a little more if you wanted to, of the liquid smoke. That gives it just that little bit of smoke that you're not going to have because it's not on the pit. Okay, then 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar. And if you're like me, you're like, really? Vinegar? But here's the deal. Vinegar helps tenderize the meat, and the apple cider vinegar gives it just that tiny bit of fruity taste. It's nothing that you can really pick out. You're not going like, oh my gosh, that's fruity and vinegar. No. But, like I said, it'll help tenderize the meat. It'll give it that tiny bit of fruity or citrusy taste to it that goes really great with your spicy rub and the sweet barbecue sauce that we put on at the very end. So that's in there. Last thing we need are the ribs. And this is very simple. You take the ribs and you just bend them into a circle like a wheel. Put them right on top of your trivet. Just in case you didn't see that very well, that's what it looks like. Put your lid on. You put your lid on, and when you close it, it makes a sound to let you know it's closed and ready. And this model of the Instant Pot, the Duo Nova, automatically closes the steam vent. If you have an earlier model, you need to flip it closed. Then, easiest thing to do is come down to where it says pressure cook, or it might be manual on earlier models. Push it, and on your pressure cook, make sure your pressure is high and that your time is on 25 minutes. If you need to raise or lower it, you use your plus and minus buttons. After about 10 seconds, it will start. And you're just waiting for that float valve silver button to pop up. You'll know it's pressurized and beginning to cook. That's when you walk away and you don't let anybody buy it. And once it starts cooking, all you do is walk away and tell people to leave it alone. That's your safety tip. You don't want somebody to bump up against this and the top to lose pressure, because that could hurt somebody. That's all I'm going to say. All the safety is in my introduction video. We'll come back in 25 minutes. And we're going to have about a 10-minute natural release. Alright, it has been 20 minutes and a little bit extra. 17 minutes natural release. So I'm going to turn it over here and hit my cancel button, and then instead of getting in front of the camera, I'm going to turn it sideways here and release the rest of the steam. Remember, we're waiting for the silver float valve button to go down so that we know it's safe to take the lid off. And that was fairly uneventful. And there it goes. So, there you go. P.S. I didn't tell you, but the slots and the handles there, they will hold your lid. You can put it on the right side. You can put it on the left side. Well, what could be easier? But I'm gonna let you see a quick look there. Yum. And I wish you could smell that, because it is just great. So, what we need to do is take it out, and I'm going to get my pot holders to grab the sides of the trivet with. Take out the ribs, set it on my oven sheet here, and then put my Instant Pot on the side. Now I'm going to be very careful here and try not to let them fall apart, because they are so tender. Now, if you look there, they look just a little orange. They got the color from the rub, but that's not good. At any rate, what we need is our barbecue sauce, and have this handy G. Hughes Smokehouse sugar-free barbecue sauce. That's great for you and me and all the diabetics. Let me start by saying you can stop here if you want to. They are perfectly tender and just juicy and wonderful. But if you like them to have that brown or that brown caramelized look from putting some barbecue sauce on and putting it under the broiler, you can continue like I am. Preheat your broiler and just put them under there for about 5 minutes. I don't like to do it any longer than that, because I have the ruined ribs to prove it. I put them in, well, at 350 for like 20 minutes, and perfect ribs came out beautiful and caramelized, but they were dry, and I was just like, that is so sad, because ribs are so yummy. Alright, there it is. Under your broiler, 5 minutes. Here are the ribs right out of the oven, and I'll try to hold them. Look how nice and brown and caramelized that barbecue sauce is. I washed my platter, got 2 sets of strong tongs, and I'm going to try to put this on my pretty platter without tearing up my ribs. And then I can serve that and everybody will see how pretty it is. By the way, on your foil in the oven, be sure you spray a little Pam spray cooking oil on it. They smell wonderful, and I know they're tender because I have cooked these several times. And again, just that little bitty change in taste with the apple cider vinegar tenderizing the meat and giving off its flavor. It works wonderfully with the barbecue sauce. And you can get these results 30 minutes, 5 minutes under the broiler instead of an hour or two in the oven, or maybe longer on the grill or smoker. So, if you like that, give it a thumbs up. If you like this video for baby back ribs in the Instant Pot, our very first Instant Pot recipe, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and share with your friends who like to cook or just want to learn how. Drop me a line in the comments below about your experiences with this recipe or your Instant Pot and what else you'd like to see in the kitchen. Click on the bell in the top right hand corner for notifications. I'm Jim Hightower, and remember, everyone needs help, even me. Enjoy and be well. Instant Pot recipe number 1. If you like this video, our first video for Instant Pot recipe, if you like this video for, what is it? Not again. If you like this busy.